Hello, sir.
Good day.
How are you?
Better every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's going better?
Well, eventually, the more you push the rock up the hill, eventually it overtakes you and rolls back down. And in that brief respite, your life is great.
Is that Sisyphus?
Yeah. It's a deep cut reference.
What could make it a little bit better?
No rock. Like it's, I'll walk him down a hill all day long. No rock.
So, what do you have to do to have no rock? What
Uh,
needs to happen?
get a curse lifted by the gods. I don't know, because that's kind of how it all went down. So if the gods want to take the rock away, I am all ears. I'm all ears.
If you're Sisyphus, who would I be?
Don't say Aphrodite, because that's
No, I was not going to say Aphrodite. Like, I'm a cursed. I'm cursed. I can't be it's oh no, it's a Helena, not Cassandra. Helena. I can't be Helena. Well, maybe with kids, I think a lot of us parents could be Helena, where we foresee, is it her who foresees the future, but nobody listens to her?
possibly, I can't really remember.
I think so. I think
I
it's,
didn't expect to go down Greek mythology today or ancient gods in any way. I just made a Sisyphus joke, and here we are.
yeah, I'm more like Prometheus, I guess. I didn't give man fire, but I do have foresight, but trying to be helpful and just,
How good is foresight if you can't change anything, though?
yeah.
Like, oh,
Well,
it's that train coming. Oh, I should move out of the way of that train, and bang.
yeah.
Well, the train hit
Well,
me.
that's like Helena too, right? Like nobody listening to her. He was trying to help, just nobody. So like we try to help our kids and they just don't listen.
Yeah, that's true.
But
That happens
then,
all the time.
but he was punished and he gets, is it like some bird eats out his intestines every day?
Not the Raven.
Raven, sure.
Or is that Odin? Am I getting Norse mythology mixed in here now?
Oh no, Prometheus. No, he was, Zeus punishes him for giving man fire.
Yeah, I just can't remember
I'm pretty
which
sure.
bird.
Oh, which bird? Yeah,
Yeah.
could be Raven.
No, you're absolutely right, though, because I tried to give instructions based on a question I was asked by one of my children, and she yeah-yeah-yahed me 3 words in and stopped listening. So I just stopped explaining until she came back and said, Dad, I don't know what to do with this now. I said, Yeah, I know, because you stopped listening. So I stopped talking. Well, what do I do with it? I'm like, You ask the question, then you wait for the full answer, is
Yeah.
what you do. But yeah.
Happens a lot.
Oh, it's unbelievable how frequently it happens. And it's almost only rivaled by the amount of times it's why didn't you tell me? Well, what are you talking about? Well, I didn't know. Okay, well, here's an opportunity where I'm going to let you know and you don't want to listen. So I don't know where the middle line is, but
What happened just today? Where's the towels?
yeah.
In the bathroom, in the black cupboard. I'm explaining it. But she was like, yeah, 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 yeah. And was walking away and started talking to her friend. And then like 30 seconds later, oh, sorry, where's the towels?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I told you.
The towels are with your attention span. You find that and you'll find the towels. That's the bottom line. Yeah, this was how do I put power to the trailer? Well, what you need to do is go get the extension cord and put, oh, yeah, yeah, okay. And then literally, same thing, turn around and start, I don't know, staring at the moon. I don't know what she was doing. But then I said, So do you know what you're doing? Yeah. And not 45 seconds later, okay, I have no idea what to do with this. I know, because there's a complete other set of steps that I was going to tell you about. This is the same child, unnamed, who yeah her way into a tree driving the side by side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, go to the left, go to the left. So when she's got a big wide road, she's in the other lane.
Yeah. Likes to use everything.
But yeah.
Space is a construct.
So now we have two toys that are not working, but that's okay.
That's time. Why would we ever want working toys?
Oh, yeah. So my question for today might be
No,
interesting.
I would not have kids again. Was that the question?
That's a great one. Let's dive in.
Yeah,
That's
hard
actually
pass.
fun.
I love my kids, but hard. No, I'm kidding.
That's actually a really big question that, I was going to ask something else, but I can leave that. This is
Oh,
good.
sure. Yeah, we can do whatever. So, what's the question? Looking back, would I have kids again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still would.
Yeah. How come?
Would I have these kids? No, that's debatable. No, I'm kidding. No, I'd still have like the whole point of having kids was I wanted the experience of being a father and all that, and all that's been great. Would I have approached it differently? Yeah, but it's one of those things like you don't know what you don't know, right? Until you're into it, and for us, we're not in the cuddly kids are open to anything stage anymore, right? We live with two people that are semi-fully formed human beings that know everything and nothing all at once and really aren't in a position to go out in the world because they don't understand how much we're still subsidizing their lifestyle and how they do it. They do, but they don't, right? So yeah, there's absolutely things I would probably approach differently, but I would still have kids for sure. I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh, why did I bring them into the world and whatever else and blah blah blah. It's never a matter of that. But yeah, I would still have kids.
Well, let's start with the good. Like, what's the good part?
They're not around me right now. I'm kidding. We're very late. This is going to be a pat ourselves on the back episode, apparently. We've got two really good kids,
Yeah.
right? Like when we're joking around and complaining about the kids, it's all it's all stuff that they need to learn and they need to do better, but it's all really meaningless, right? Like we're not dealing with big trauma stuff. Like we don't have kids that drink too much. We don't have kids that do drugs. We don't have kids that misbehave or fight or whatever, right? We have kids that do annoying things over and over and over and over and over again. That's what we got. That's the brand of kid we got. Um, but yeah, that to me is yeah, it's interesting because I mean we've got friends that we not, I don't want to say friend. We know people. Some are friends, some are just acquaintances, and the range of kind of how they approach their kids or having kids is vastly different, right? We're not super controlling. Sometimes that creates its own challenges, right? Because when you do need people to kind of get on the same page quickly and do something, it's really hard when you've got free range children, right? Because they're just staring at something shiny and that's completely irrelevant to the situation and then don't understand why they've gotten caught up in the thing you told them to watch out for. Um, but yeah, I think for me, I don't know. I don't really remember what the question was now.
What the good part of having kids was.
They move out? No, we're at a point now. Like some of the cool things for me is I'm at a point now where I now get to see my influence on the kids, right? Like for the first few years, the kids are all mom all the time. No matter how close they are to the dad, it's all mom all the time. And a lot of how they operate in the world is a reflection of the mom, right? Because that's just the way it is. So as a dad, I just kind of keep going along and doing my thing and try and teach them and try and bestow, but you don't really get to see it. You get to see snippets of it. But now I'm at a point where part of the girl's personality I can directly tie back to me, which is cool, right?
Well, and all of their interests, they love music, they love F1, they love hockey, and you can have deep, meaningful conversations
Yeah.
about those things
Yeah, and
with them.
even just joking around, right? Like
Yeah.
they both got a sense of humor similar to mine.
They
Um,
both have terrible dad jokes, especially Maya. It's
she
terrible.
relishes the dad jokes. Worst part is I just sent her one the other day, and even I had a tough time typing it out. But that to me is probably like it's starting to see it's starting to see kind of the fruits of our labors about to go forth. Like we're at a point now where we're about to let one of them go out into the world entirely, right? And that's going to be cool. It's going to be sad, right? Like our family unit's going to be different, but it's also that was the goal, right? Create something and rear it for 18 to 20 years or 30, depending on how many cats she buys a dozen.
35 is the average range.
But get them to a point where they can go out in the world without us and then see how they do. And I'll tell you right now, if they're a complete mess up and they screw everything up, I'm not taking credit for it. Like if they're out in the world changing things for the better, all me, baby. Otherwise, I didn't do it.
Yeah, for me, I think, I mean, just the small moments growing up, like just the awe. I think I talked about, well, I still do, like the awe of pushing them out of my vagina. You were a little part growing inside of me. It just the awe of that. And awe, like feeling awe is a major one of like the key pillars of happiness and contentment,
Yeah.
right? And I do have a lot of that and just moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, right? And you're my kid. Or yeah, the funny things they say or the funny things they do, the closeness. Like I love Willow's hugs every morning,
Yeah.
right? And she lets me stand on her feet every morning and she gives me these big, like I love those moments
Yeah.
and I'm so close, right? And just yeah, watching them. Well, I just read this book, A Little Life. Oh my gosh. It is so
Don't read
traumatizing.
it. As a person that had to live through two people in the family reading it, don't read it. It's not going to make your day better.
No, it's 100% not. And reading it, I just the whole time can't believe that Maya read it, that my daughter read it, my baby girl read this book and was exposed to these things. But then I think like it is like she's an adult, so it is kind of cool watching them. So there's lots, I think that there's a lot of rewarding things and it's in those small moments, right? So it's being able to remember those. Like I love looking back at videos
Yeah.
and pictures over the years. Like I think we all love doing
Yeah.
that. So, you know, it's those small moments that we really need to sort of relish in. Okay, what's been the hard part? Or the
Um, well, and that's funny because I mean, it's a lot of the feeling of failure through the years, right? The
Mhm.
things you wished you'd done differently, or the things you didn't do that you wish you had now, or how you reacted in the moment when, like those sort of things you see over time, you kind of look back, and I think you probably put a bit more on it than it actually was, but you end up assessing your failures as a parent and assigning a lot more to the tally than you should, and that sucks, right? Like I think part of me thinks that's the reason that grandparents are so great and they're so loved and they enjoy it so much is because you have a chance to do all the things that you didn't do the first time with none of the cleanup, right?
Mhm.
You simply just hand that kid back over, and their only impression of you is how great you are and how fun you are, right? So that'd probably be it. I think um, we've been really fortunate. We've done a lot of things that I think, like a lot of our goals was to try and expose the girls to as much of the world as we could. I think we've done a good job with that. I think part of it has created anxiety in them based on how we've exposed them to parts of the world, but that was the goal, right? We wanted them to experience things. We wanted them to see parts of the world. We wanted them to understand that the world, as big as it is an incredibly small and similar place to where they grew up. So appreciate aspects of where you're from and where you're going and what you're seeing, and look for the commonality, right? Like, and then judge the situation or the people based on their merit, right? As opposed to making broad generalizations or assumptions. That to me is one of the things that I think we've done a good job on. But there's a list as long as my leg on the things that I wish I'd done differently, right? Like snapping in the wrong moment or not being able to explain myself in a way that, made sense to them so they don't understand. Like those sort of things, right? So,
Well, I'll come back to that in a second. I think it's interesting because we have friends now who are separated,
mhm.
divorced, and the kids are going back and forth. And so you can really see, like, and just talking with our one friend recently, he's like, it's amazing. I'll leave my house and I'll come back and it's just as clean. The dishes are exactly where they were.
Yeah,
The remote is exactly where I left it,
yeah,
right? Like, I think that that's one, like, oh man, yeah, just having like for us, the kitchen. We'll clean the kitchen. It's beautiful. We'll walk away and we'll come back and it's a disaster
yeah.
because whenever it's clean, that's like an invitation
I've
to,
literally been wiping the counter and watched them dirty it behind me before I'm done wiping the counter. And
yeah,
it's like, what are you doing? Oh, I decided that I wanted to make a sticky toffee pudding. Why now?
yeah.
Why not 4 hours ago?
The minute it's
Yeah,
clean, it's like an invitation.
totally.
So there's that. I think like we do put so much time, which is rewarding in and of itself. But so, well, I think I was talking before, like last week, how I came out from work. Oh, are you done? I'm like, I just need a breather,
Yeah,
right? Like I can't jump. So some of that time us time too. Like there is no time for us time. I mean, that's why you need to really carve it out and like be, but yeah, it can be all consuming,
Hmm.
and we do see marriage, when we look at the research, it dips as soon as it's happy, 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 you have kids, it drops to almost like worst thing on the universe, but then it goes right back up once the kids leave, right? So there's
We're almost there.
finan
Happy days are around the corner.
financially, so there are those drawbacks for sure. So yeah, I guess looking at, we could talk about, sounds like a dog is into something.
Can you pause that?
I'm gonna pause. Puppy destruction. That's a whole other topic. So we could look at the things that we would have done differently. And maybe those are good jumping off points. And the things that you're hating about parenting now, like not like for you, listener, to use this as for your remaining parenting years. For some of you, it's going to be 25 years. You're just brand new. For others, you're halfway through the journey. If you're more like us, we're towards the end. So thinking about what do you want to do better moving forward? So you can use what you wish you've done or things that are hard. But I guess that's the next question is what do you want to do from the learnings that you've had so far to do better moving forward?
Um,
Last, let's say, 10 years.
yeah, and I think this is something that I've tried to do for the past little bit is just be um more focused on the yes and as opposed to the no but or no and whatever.
Period. Yeah.
No period, thank you. And because I think that was like I think I got into a rhythm of no, no, we can't, no, we don't have time, no, we this. And it's trying to now reverse that to be like, yeah, sure, right? Like, when do you want to do it? How do you want to do it? I mean, yes, sometimes I'm exhausted and I don't feel like to your point. There's as soon as the headphone goes off or you stop working, the problem with working from home is that people think that you're immediately ready to do something else, and it's not, right? So it's carving out those breaks, it's carving out that ability to kind of recenter and refocus, and then going forward as opposed to trying to either do everything or do nothing.
Yeah.
That'd probably be the biggest thing.
Well, and it always comes back to there's some quote, right, about how you made people feel, right? At the
Yeah,
end of the day, something like that. I mean, mine has always been try to make sure that they know that they're more important than like work.
yeah,
So, if they do, if I just saw them 5 minutes ago, I'm not going to get off my computer if I'm trying to write a report.
yeah,
But if it was 5 hours ago at the end of the day and they come in and they want to say hello, I'm turning to them. I'm
yeah,
closing my computer down. I'm saying hello, like I'm greeting them.
yeah.
Um, Trying to and really show that they are important, like the date nights. Really,
Mhm.
that's what it comes down to. And the big one I would say is just listening for all parents. If you could do anything, it's just to stop talking and to listen. We were actually just watching a show last night, Mr. Corm. Was it Mr. Corman?
Mr. Corman, or yeah, Mr. Corman,
Mr. Corman with what Rob
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah,
Anyway, so he's talking to mom, right? And we respond in very punishing ways, and that was just a great clip. She's like, "Well," because I can't remember what he said
yeah, he was. Yeah, he was just calling for some, like to basically say that he was struggling with kind of like he was having
with life.
yeah, life wasn't work going out, and he was struggling with the anxiety and feeling this way that it wasn't going the way he wanted.
And the mom's response was something like,
Well,
well,
whose fault is that?
whose fault is that? Yeah. But it could be, well, you need to sleep more, or, well, you need to, like, it doesn't matter, whatever. Even when we're trying to be nice and helpful, it's punishing.
Yeah,
And it was immediate, like, thanks, mom, right? And then he's just like, screw you, and then hung up,
yeah,
right? Like, and just worse off. So that's the key. It's just, you don't even have to say anything. It's just like, oh, right? Like for me, it's the sounds like, ah
yeah,
and just to be there, right? That I would say for everybody is the thing that we all would benefit working on.
yeah, including the children because they don't listen.
Yeah, well, for the children. If there's a conversation that needs to happen, it's just later on.
Yeah,
But when they're coming to you with anything, that's the time to listen. Even if it's they've coming to you because they smashed the car, they're probably scared. They might be hurt. They might be.
yeah,
And so even when we're scared, we respond in anger. usually. And we see this happen often. Like a child gets lost somewhere and parents are terrified that they've been kidnapped. As soon as they're reunited, they're scream. Well, perfect example actually was with our kiddo.
Hmm.
Some other relatives were watching our baby who happened to go swim out into the middle of the ocean
Yeah. Yeah.
unattended at like 3 or 4 years old, and they yelled at her.
Yeah.
Right. But they were scared, and I get that, but that's not helpful.
No.
And so yeah, it's just being able to validate their emotional experience in the moment. Later on is the lesson of, yeah, don't go swimming by yourself into the ocean
Yeah.
without an adult or without a life jacket or whatever it
Whatever.
is.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
Yeah. I think that all makes sense. I think absolutely. Like for me, it's just trying to find those times because you're right. Like when it comes to the dip and you get so heads down on just making it through the day that it becomes a challenge, right? Like our summer is no less busy anymore, right? Like I've got 4 trips back and forth to where I'm currently sitting in the next 3 weeks
Yeah.
minimum. And each one of those involves work at the other end,
Yeah.
right? It's not that I'm going out to the lake to relax. It's I got to get home because one of the kids needs to go on her little vacation. And then while I'm there, I've got to coordinate some stuff for some renos. Then I got to come back out here and do some stuff out here, hopefully, because the renos I tried starting won't work. And then I got to turn around and go back into town because we've got an obligation there. Like it's literally back and forth. Like there is, so to me, that is the biggest struggle I mean, we joke around that we can see the end of the tunnel and whatever, but it's trying to carve out those times where we can actually enjoy ourselves more. And the problem is right now, and what I'm struggling with is I know that what I need is absolute nothingness, but that's not what the family needs. So there's a challenge that, to your point, when you're like, well, what do you want to do? I literally just want to crawl in her blanket and get 10 hours of sleep uninterrupted. That's all I want to
Yeah.
do. But the family's like, but I've been waiting all day. Can we go on the boat? Can we? Yeah, let's go. Right. So it's trying to find that balance. And that's to me the biggest challenge. And I know I'll look back on it wishing I'd done things differently, whenever, but at the same time, the one thing I will say is when you look back at any part of your life as a parent, be kind to yourself. Be honest with yourself, but be kind to yourself as much as you can. And if you were truly doing the best you could, it's not too late to try and improve certain things or acknowledge things to your kids that you wish you had done differently so they understand. But yeah, just that'd be the big thing I would say.
Yeah. All righty. We should probably wrap this up because there's a lot of banging, puppy jumping around, banging.
I'm really curious to see what we find out there.
Yep. She ate one of my favorite pillows earlier today.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Yeah, you're on a call.
Nice. Which one? The brown one?
The brown one. It's just, I mean, it's not my favorite. It's not nice, but it's just, I like it behind my back for lumbar support.
Gotcha. Maybe you should
But
use her for lumbar support then.
maybe. But then I get bitten
She,
on my
she
triceps.
does think everything's a play and bite.
Yeah.
That's why one dog is in here with us right now.
Yeah.
Right, old lady? All right, I'll
All
see you
right.
later.